I'm taking the pets, the cats specifically, to go get their teeth cleaned today. Usually it is a 2-person job, but today I am all by myself, and well, I gotta do what I gotta do. The cats need their teeth cleaned. The cats probably get their teeth cleaned as regularly as we do, to every 6 months. So yeah, anyway, cats are dropped off. Coffee has been gotten from Panera. Time to head home. Okay, so what are we gonna talk about today? Well, because I released my revenue cap video yesterday, I want to talk about like different ways you can monetize as an iOS app developer, because that's kind of important, especially if you want to be like an indie developer. You kind of want to know, like, or if you ever want to work for yourself, you got to think of these different ways you can actually monetize and utilize, you know, your skills. So that's what we're going to talk about today. But first, I got to get home. Really good podcast suggestion, Swift by Sundell. Super great. Listening to one about code maintenance, and it makes me really want to just go and work on my apps all day. And then, of course, I wish I could work on my apps all day, but alas, like, I'm not there yet to where I'm completely self-sustained by apps and by content creation. It'd be super cool if, like, I did get there. I don't think I'd actually be able to support myself for a while. I mean, and even if I wanted to, I don't know if that's actually what I want, but it would be nice to like not rely 100% on like my job income, which was a big goal this year that I had for myself. Like once the pandemic hit and I saw that like the entertainment industry, which is what my previous like position was in, was really taking a hit by the pandemic, I was like, I gotta have some kind of like backup income to just keep coming in, like reoccurring revenue that can just come in. I do what I like, and it's made. And like I said, that was a big goal of 2021. I think I've started to pick up some of that. Like I'm not getting paid for this. I'm not getting paid, but like I've picked up Medium blog posts again, and that's come in. I get at least, it's not a lot. I get like $10 a month from there. Sometimes people buy me a coffee. Sometimes people have been subscribing on Twitch, all that fun stuff. So these are just different ways that I've been like, I'm trying to bring in some side income rather than just relying 100% on my main income from my job. I think it would be a really long while before like my side income surpassed my main income. But like, what are different ways like people can monetize? Like, what are different ways you can monetize your development skills? Well, number one is get a full-time development job. If you have the development skills, you can get a developer job somewhere. Even if you don't have a lot of skills, like there's starting to be a no-code industry, which is pretty neat. So basically, which is what I do like for work, is I manage our Webflow. I manage our Webflow websites, which is super fun, and it requires a bit of knowledge of how websites work, and I shouldn't say it's no code, it's very low code. Sometimes I do have to put some JavaScript in there. Personally, like we are starting to get me into more of a developer type role. So like I've been working with the product team a little bit more, so working on React apps. But number one, like find a job that you can do development for, and then do your side stuff, do your indie dev or what have you on the side. And that would be the first thing. Now let's hop into the office and actually get to work. Thorny, let's turn Christmas on. Hey Siri, turn the Christmas tree on. Hey Siri, turn the pet tree on. I love when like HomeKit decides to work. So today it is just me and the doggos. The cats, like I said, want to get their teeth cleaned. And then, yeah, the cats went to go get their teeth cleaned. Sorry, I have mess everywhere. This whole like Vlogmas thing has really been like a lot. What's going on? Hi. I don't know. So after my last meeting, I had an idea to do something different with my lighting. This light right here, I used to have pointed at the wall to help like illuminate the room more. Turned out it wasn't doing anything, and I still needed to have this light turn on so that you could actually see me on camera. So I was like, what can I do with it? And I've wanted a hair light for a while-ish, I should say, where it would just work. So I could get like that nice like halo around me, and I made it. So there's that big light up there. I put it, I mean, it's already up there. Like, it's one of those like IKEA like par can looking lights, and it does a nice little effect. And then when I turn on this light, you can now get a little bit more separation. Anyway, fun fact, lighting. So my lighting for the lighting tip, it helps make it just look a little bit better and a little bit nicer. Anyway, so just wanted to put out there, like if you have things to mount lights to, like this little IKEA LED light, like doesn't really cause any banding or anything either, which is super nice. Anyway, off topic of how to monetize your skills. So another different way, I mean, we all hope that we can write apps and put them on the App Store and they just come in and flood with money. Probably not the case for most of us. That would be easy, but it's not. So how else can we monetize our development skills besides, finding a full-time job, which I had just mentioned? All right, so like one of the reasons I have the fancy light and you're watching me right now is because I like to work out in the open. As we all know, there are live streams on Twitch. Twitch is a very valid way to actually start earning some income or start bringing in some side income. It's not a lot of money off the start at all, to be honest. But the more you do it, the more community you build, the bigger you get on Twitch, possibly the more income you're going to bring in. Cross those to YouTube. Of course, YouTube has a longer, harder grind, I would say. It's going to be worth it in the end. Larger reach, that kind of thing. And what's also nice about showing your work and doing your work out on Twitch and YouTube is that you also can attract other people's, like you can attract freelance clients. You can start networking with more people, which is always useful when trying to build up like side incomes and stuff like that. Now, if we're going to shift gears here a little bit and get away from like having other people pay your salary, because that's what I would still consider Twitch, Medium. I mean, so that's what I would consider like any kind of freelancing, like that's other people paying your salary. Also with working somewhere full time, that is other people also paying your salary. So what are other things you can do to get away from that? Well, the number one thing is in your apps, if you're at least getting some kind of revenue, is put in ads and let users either watch the ads or give you money to get rid of them. That is a way for you to get money. So you'll get the people who don't want to pay for the app. You'll get them to still, give you money by watching the ads or looking at ads. And you'll get people who don't want to see the ads. They will pay you to get rid of the ads if your app is worth it enough, of course. And then also think about where you can put ads. If you're having a YouTube channel, I would suggest build a website for you to start posting all the videos on. That way there's another place on the web for people to find you. You can put ads on those websites. I put Amazon ads on my website earlier this year and it's brought in about $200 so far. I mean, and it's just one banner at the bottom of the page. So I highly recommend like just something like that if you're looking to bring in some kind of small income. Again, it's not a lot, but it will be as content builds, people find me more, stuff like that. So it's a lot of set yourself up to build to larger side incomes. Again, it's not a lot, but it can support my coffee habits. Like that's the goal, is like something small gets taken care of. I have to go let the dogs out because it is 2:06. My next meeting is in 24 minutes. And on top of that, I have been inside. I've had 4 meetings so far today, and I have 3 more to go. So check out the warmth versus the cool. Like that's insane. These are the lights that the apartment puts in. Those are hue lights that I can just adjust to whatever, which might be why there's some flicker, but still insane difference. I would much rather have, I think, the hue lights everywhere, to be honest, because then I can change their temperature. Come on, let's go. We got to go outside, boys. I really don't know what to eat for lunch anymore. It's just like madness in the house. It's not that I don't have options. It's that I don't know what to eat, what to choose to eat. I don't like eating lunch because I don't ever know what to actually eat for lunch. Pita bread, a slice of pita bread. That is what I'm gonna eat for lunch. Let's just recap on those ways to monetize, and then I think those are really all the ways that I have to monetize. 1, find a job that allows you to develop your apps. 2, write what you're learning on Medium or some other platform that will give you money for your thoughts. 3, start live streaming or doing something out in the open that you can get money from. I say live streaming because Twitch is relatively easy to start this on. It's not a lot of money, it's a lot of grind, but it is a way to do it. Number 4, add in-app purchases and or ads to your apps. Give your users the option to give you money. If you don't give them the option to give you money, they're not gonna give it to you. Build an app, put an ad in it, give them an option to take it away, or even just add a tip jar. I recently did a video about that yesterday, about how to add a tip jar into your Swift app. So go check it out, go try it. See if you can get people to give you money that way. I mean, honestly, at that point, like, it totally makes sense to add stuff into your app like that. And finally, I don't know what number I'm on. Maybe try freelancing. Upwork, Fiverr, I think there's a website called Freelancer. All those places are decent places to start your freelancing career, or to at least start freelancing for some side income. And with that being said, I will catch you in the video tomorrow. Bye. Look who's home. It's Caro. Sydney. Look, you're home.